Did we create God? Was it fear, or was it wisdom thought, made us look to the sky and ask, is anyone there? Lightning struck, floods came. The sun disappeared during eclipses. Early humans didn't have science. They had stories, and they had fear. So they created gods, gods of thunder, gods of the sea, gods of life and death. But today, we're not here to mock belief. We're here to face it calmly, honestly. Because even if God was created by humans, meaning still belongs to us. Let's go deeper. 1. A fearful beginning. Imagine the world through ancient eyes. No books, no internet, no medicine, just the unknown. A storm rolls in. It's not just weather, it's wrath. A child dies. It's not just illness, it's punishment to survive the chaos. They gave it names: Zeus, Shiva, Odin. But behind those names wasn't weakness. It was a first step towards meaning. They didn't create gods because they were foolish. They did it because they were human. Stories brought order. Rituals brought peace. Belief gave them strength when nothing else could. In that way, maybe God was our first tool, our first mirror, a reflection of what we feared and what we hoped to become. 2. The Stoic shift. Now, enter the Stoics. They didn't build temples to gods who reward or punish. They didn't talk about heaven or hell. They looked at nature, its cycles, its order, its patterns. From that, they saw something deeper than myth, the Logos, universal reason, a force that brings balance and order. Not a god to worship, but a force to align with. They didn't ask, what does God want from me? They asked, what is in my control? They didn't wait for blessings. They practiced virtue, integrity, courage, discipline, wisdom. For the Stoics, what was sacred wasn't far away. It was how you lived, how you acted when no one was watching. A Stoic doesn't pray to be rescued. A Stoic prepares. 3. Meaning without religion. So what if we admit maybe God was invented? Does everything fall apart? No. Instead, something powerful rises. Responsibility. If God didn't give us morality, then we created it. And that means we can make it better. We can build peace through courage. We can build justice through discipline. We don't need a holy book to remind us to be kind. We just need to look around at the pain, at the division, at the anger, and say, I won't add to this. I will be better. If God was the first chapter of meaning, then now it's our turn to write the next one, to become what we once hoped for. 4. The new sacred. What if we stopped asking, is there a God watching me? And started asking, am I watching myself? That is Stoicism. Power without pride, conviction without arrogance, no fear of punishment, no promise of reward, just this moment, just this choice, right now. How do you treat the person who hurt you? How do you respond when life falls apart? How do you act when no one is watching? These are the real temples, your actions, your habits, your soul. In the end, maybe God was a creation, but maybe it taught us something true, that we seek order, that we search for meaning, that we want to believe we matter, and you do. Not because someone in the sky says so, but because you choose to live like you do. So, whether or not God exists, walk like your life is sacred. Choose like your soul is watching. Be a force of peace in a chaotic world. Be your own proof that virtue matters. If we created God, then let's create something even greater now. Not myths, but meaning. Not prayers, but purpose. Not fear, but fearless living. Subscribe if you're ready to build that world, one choice at a time, from within.